worst thing is, the truth is, right, because I know, because I had the conversations with him, Canelo doesn't really want to fight Crawford, right? He's never really liked that fight.
Of course.
Anything that would enhance Canelo's performance. I'll be very, very careful. I'll be very, very careful. I mean, if I was fighting Canelo, I would ask for testing every single minute.
That's the only thing. I feel like Crawford,
size matters, doesn't it?
Crawford is a better boxer for sure, but I feel like the size and the power and the natural weight. Yeah.
Eddie Hearn just shook the boxing world with explosive claims that throw serious shade on the real story behind the Canelo versus Crawford mega fight. Eddie Hearn didn't hold back when talking about the much-anticipated clash between Canelo Alvarez and Terence "Bud" Crawford. According to Hearn, there are two specific reasons why the Mexican superstar might be hesitant to face Crawford, although he didn't expand on what those reasons were.
It's different being in there with
the worst thing is, the truth is, right, because I know, because I had the conversations with him, Canelo doesn't really want to fight Crawford, right? He's never really liked that fight.
Of course.
For a couple of reasons. One, he feels that he's going to get no credit because he's much bigger than him. And two, he doesn't want to fight movers. Do you know what I mean? Like, when he fought Charlo, and Charlo just kind of just ran the whole night, he hated it. That's why he fought Munguia and Belanga. He's like, great fights. Yeah, bring them. They just come forward. And I can stand and, you know, and play with him a little bit. Bivol, again, horrible fight for him. Yeah. Crawford's movement, Canelo will hate. And that's what Crawford's got to do in the fight. He's actually got to make it a little bit of a stinker. Do you know what I mean? And just be what he is.
While he acknowledged Crawford's supreme confidence and elite skill set, the seasoned British promoter leaned towards Canelo as the likely victor. Hearn believes that despite Crawford's dominant reputation and undefeated record, Canelo holds the edge, though he also mentioned that Canelo may not be completely interested in the fight.
It's gonna play, yeah, but size-wise, they're not different in stature. Same height. Bud has long arms.
Fascinating.
Now, by the way, I'm not saying it's, oh, Bud is gonna destroy Canelo, vice versa.
But gun to head, you have to choose one. I mean, you guys might sit on the fence because a lot of you guys don't want to upset anyone.
No, not only that, we have good relationships with both fighters. So I won't say that right now.
But I think, gun to head, for me, you have to side with
Everyone's saying that, obviously, because he's the bigger guy. He's done a lot more.
I think it's a very interesting fight.
Great fight.
And I think
great fight, though.
Two great.
The buzz around this mega fight is growing by the day, especially with the fight set to take place on September 13th as part of Canelo's historic 4-fight agreement with Riyadh Season. This upcoming bout marks the second installment of that deal, adding even more significance to an already high-stakes showdown. As both fighters prepare, the boxing world is abuzz with predictions and opinions from experts, fighters, and fans alike.
You feel that that'll set you up for Canelo and Crawford, the winner of that fight?
1,000%. We're aiming for that, you know what I'm saying? But July 12th, I gotta go in there, I gotta shine first, you know what I'm saying? I gotta go in there, look like a superstar, you know, talking my shit. I'm talking my shit, so I gotta back it up, you know what I'm saying? That just forcing me to really go out there and perform, you know? And it's boxing, man, you know, y'all love it, you know? Quiet ones don't go nowhere, you know what I'm saying?
Who wins that fight?
50-50, I say it's a 50-50, but I think Canelo got it.
Terence Crawford, who last competed at 154 pounds, will need to climb 2 weight divisions to take on Canelo Alvarez at super middleweight. This is no small feat and is a major factor in how many are analyzing the fight. Canelo, with a professional record of 63 wins, 2 losses, and 2 draws, including 39 knockouts, has built a legacy across multiple weight classes. Crawford, while undefeated and regarded as one of the most skilled fighters of his generation, will be entering uncharted territory in terms of size and power.
Anything that would enhance Canelo's performance. I'll be very, very careful. I'll be very, very careful. I mean, if I was fighting Canelo, I would ask for testing every single minute. So anyway, I think that Crawford, I mean, he should be worried about the weight. First of all, there's weight classes for a reason. But I think, look, Crawford is a very skillful fighter. He has everything to win and nothing to lose. So I think it's gonna be a good fight.
Echoing somewhat the same opinion, George Groves, a former WBA super middleweight champion, has made his stance clear. Known for his legendary battles with Carl Froch, Groves sees the weight disparity as a decisive factor in the outcome of the fight.
Yeah, and there's weight divisions for a reason, and also it's like the punch power and the punch resistance just aren't the same as you go through the divisions. So it'll be fascinating to see when that first bell goes and if Crawford comes out and he lands a really good shot and it just bounces off Canelo. Like it's just.
Yeah. Then what do you do after that? Like it's going to drain your confidence a little bit, isn't it?
Absolutely.
You have to just like double down and just go to the. What's he going to do? Go to the body? I don't know. Yeah.
Absolutely. And, you know, if Canelo went up to light heavyweight, fought Bivol, and it felt like the shots were just bouncing off Bivol. Like he's not fast at all.
Yeah.
Whereas other guys, when Canelo breaks him down, if he can't just wipe him out, he breaks him down.
He doesn't believe Crawford will be able to generate the kind of power needed to trouble someone like Canelo, who has proven time and again that he can take a punch from the biggest hitters. For Groves, Canelo's physical advantages and experience at the higher weight class make him the clear favorite.
Maybe that's the point. He just thinks there's no point to trying to replicate Canelo because you can't.
Yeah, and there's weight divisions for a reason, and also it's like the punch power and the punch resistance just aren't the same as you go through the divisions. So it'll be fascinating to see when that first bell goes and if Crawford comes out and he lands a really good shot and it just bounces off Canelo. Like it's just.
Yeah. Then what do you do after that? Like it's going to drain your confidence a little bit, isn't it?
Absolutely.
You have to just like double down and just. Go to the, what's he going to do? Go to the body? I don't know, yeah.
Absolutely. And, you know, if Canelo went up to light heavyweight, fought Bivol, and it felt like the shots were just bouncing off Bivol. Like he's not fast at all.
Yeah.
Whereas other guys, when Canelo breaks him down, if he can't just wipe him out, he breaks him down. So that's what Crawford's got to contend with.
You think this is one of the biggest fights, you know, in recent times, recent years? Where do you rank this fight?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Because obviously it's. Crawford, is he pound for pound #1? He's got to be, in many people's eyes, there or thereabouts. Canelo's been at the top for so long and hasn't done anything wrong. He's still, you know, something that you could pick someone else to go in front of him, not because they've had more spectacular wins maybe than. So it is pound for pound, beat pound for pound. But I feel like because the weight's so different, like
Leon Edwards, the former UFC welterweight champion, has also thrown his hat into the ring when it comes to prediction. During a recent interview with British boxing legend Carl Froch, Edwards gave an honest assessment of how he sees things shaping up between Canelo and Crawford.
That's the only thing. I feel like Crawford,
size matters, doesn't it?
Crawford is a better boxer for sure, but I feel like the size and the power and the natural weight. Yeah. I don't know. I'm looking forward to it, see how it plays out.
Although he comes from the world of mixed martial arts, Edwards is no stranger to high-level combat and recognizes the significance of this matchup. Like many others, he's intrigued by the challenge Crawford is taking on, but seems to understand the uphill battle he faces against a naturally bigger and stronger opponent.
I don't know.
Crawford's good though, isn't he?
Yeah. From what I did to Spence, from then, I stopped doubting him.
I hope he's not cashing out. I know, because everyone thought Spence was going to do the job.
Yeah, same, yeah.
Crawford just dominated.
Battered him. So I feel like this fight, I can't go against him.
And he's confident as well. He's talking the talk.
He's a better boxer, like skill for skill. Yeah. You know what I mean? But Canelo is just Canelo, innit? Is a powerhouse.
Interestingly, UFC President Dana White's involvement in the promotion of the event has also added another layer to the hype. With White's backing, UFC fighters seem more engaged in this crossover style boxing match, lending further support and attention to the already massive event. This has helped draw the MMA crowd into the boxing spotlight, particularly in backing a well-known name like Crawford, who shares a competitive spirit familiar to many in the UFC.
Terence, Bud, Crawford, or Canelo? Who do you got in that one?
Well, I really like Terence Crawford, so I'd back him. You know what I mean? I like Canelo, but I'm not his biggest fan. I'd rather see Crawford win and shake up the boxing world a bit.
Do you think it'd be a decision, or you think you can put him out there?
I don't know, Canelo's a lot bigger than him, so more than likely be a decision.
UFC champion Alexander Volkanovski added his voice to the growing anticipation for Crawford versus Canelo, calling it one of the most exciting fights in boxing history. Clearly impressed by both men's athleticism and elite skill sets, Volkanovski admitted he couldn't pick a side. While he praised Crawford's technical brilliance and Canelo's powerful presence in the ring, he chose to stay neutral, simply expressing his excitement for the event. With mutual respect for both fighters, he wished them good luck and joined the chorus of fans counting down to fight night.
Oh man, that's incredible to see happening. But you know, it would be interesting to see how Canelo and Crawford goes. Obviously moving up, man, Canelo's a beast. So it's but Crawford's so good. Man, I don't know. Who am I leaning towards? Man, Crawford's so good, but Canelo, having the size, I don't know, man, I can't pick it. Look at me, I literally cannot pick it. I just think, I just got so much respect for both of them. I think they're both incredible, and I cannot just wait to watch and see the result.
Even though there's a lot of admiration for Crawford's skill, timing, and ring IQ, the consensus leans heavily in favor of Canelo due to the physical demands of the fight. Moving up 2 weight classes isn't just a technical challenge, it's a physical transformation that not every fighter can pull off successfully. Canelo, on the other hand, has consistently proven that he can go toe-to-toe with elite fighters in the super middleweight and even light heavyweight divisions. This gives him a comfort and familiarity that Crawford simply won't have on fight night.
Crawford can do a lot of stuff. I don't think it's entirely fair to judge him on his last performance. He was adjusting to size, he was adjusting to weight, but also he was fighting someone who's very, very long. Crawford's one of the most resourceful fighters I've ever seen. He can come at you from either side. There's a really high IQ. I think that he's thinking 2, 3, 4 steps ahead. Look, we'll see. It's a huge amount of weight to go up. I'm not quite sure what to compare it to, especially at this stage of his career.
Another perspective comes from Tony Bellew, a former cruiserweight world champion. Although he didn't make headlines with dramatic claims, Bellew did share his own take on how he sees the fight playing out. He's also leaning towards Canelo, likely considering the Mexican champion's power, chin, and ability to perform consistently against bigger opponents. Bellew's background in a higher weight class gives his opinion added weight, especially when analyzing the impact of moving up in divisions.
Of course, with age, everyone gets a little bit slower. The reflexes.
He's still only mid-30s, isn't he?
He's not old by any stretch of the imagination. No, he's an exceptional fighter, Canelo. But the way that everyone will think is weight classes exist for a reason, and they're thinking Bud's going up too much. Bud's actually big. Terence Crawford's a big dude. I've been around him, I know him. And he's a brilliant fighter. Technically very adaptive, can do it all. Has got power. The Errol Spence fight tells you everything you need to know. The Errol Spence fight, he was unbelievable. And Errol Spence is a seriously physically strong guy, with power. Errol Spence, mate, is the modern day Marvin Hagler. He was a force to be reckoned with.
Despite initially leaning toward Canelo, Tony Bellew eventually shifted his stance when it came time to make a final prediction. He acknowledged that Crawford might actually be the toughest opponent Canelo has faced, and expressed his belief that Crawford's work rate, movement, and ring IQ could allow him to outwork Canelo over the distance. In the end, Bellew predicted that Crawford would win by decision on points.
It's just styles make fights so much, and Errol likes to wait and be powerful. Canelo's similar. Canelo likes to wait. It has to be all at Canelo's rate and pace. He's not going to get that way with Terence Crawford.
No, you think?
I just think Terence Crawford will outwork him, will pot shot him, and I think he'll win on points. Of course, he's going to carve up, he's going to be big, he'll deplete and he'll make weight correctly, and him being at super middleweight for so long will help him. He's the favourite going into the fight. I get why he's the favourite and why he's the A-side, but all good things come to an end. And by the way, if I'm wrong and Canelo does defeat Terence Crawford as the first man to beat him, he deserves so much credit.
The matchup itself promises to be one of the most captivating bouts of recent times, not just because of the talent on display, but also due to the storyline surrounding it. Crawford, the undisputed champion at welterweight, is venturing into dangerous territory, risking his undefeated record in pursuit of greatness. Canelo, meanwhile, is looking to solidify his dominance at 168 pounds and continue building his legacy as one of the sport's all-time greats.
Winning rounds, he has a sneaky way of finding his niche. For instance, when he fought the guy that he lost to just recently. Bivol, yeah. Shout out to Bivol. He wasn't really able to find that niche there, but in spurts you can see him adapting, right? And so the biggest difference between Bivol and Crawford is the size difference and the power. Even though Bivol was an ultimate boxer, he still was able to keep him off him with the sheer power and strength. But with Crawford, I think that it'll be challenging for Canelo to get around the skill set, but it wouldn't be challenging for him to be able to endure the pain.
What makes this fight especially intriguing is the blend of styles. Crawford is known for his sharp counterpunching, ring generalship, and ability to switch stances fluidly, often confusing his opponents. Canelo, however, is a master of pressure fighting and body attack, with an iron chin and the ability to break down opponents over the course of a fight. It's this contrast, Crawford's finesse versus Canelo's force, that has fans and analysts glued to every development leading up to September 13th.
For me, I think Canelo is favorite because he's more bigger, and I think Canelo gonna win this fight. For me, he's a favorite.
He's the favorite, right? And you think the weight is gonna play a role in that fight?
I think the weight gonna play a lot because you can dance, so you can move, but when you start 6, 7, 8 run is very, very difficult after.
The real intrigue of this fight is how all these elements will collide on September 13th. On one side, you have Canelo, strong, experienced, and dangerous. On the other, you have Crawford, smart, slick, and unbeaten. Some see it as a battle between brute force and boxing genius. Others think it's about timing, age, and decline. No matter which camp fans fall into, it's clear that this fight is bigger than just weight. However, Terence Crawford still appears to be confident in his ability to dethrone Canelo.
I'm feeling great. I've been working out. Actually, I just got done running before we, head into the press conference. So everything is going according to plan, and I'm looking forward to becoming a 3-time undisputed champion come September 13th.
Shane Mosley has issued a strong caution to Terence Crawford ahead of his massive September 13th showdown with Canelo Alvarez. Having faced Canelo himself in the past, Mosley draws on his experience and offers a mix of warnings and advice. Mosley emphasizes that Canelo enters the ring significantly larger and stronger than Crawford ever has. He believes Crawford risks punishment by trading shots instead of using his movement. Canelo's power is a serious threat at 168 pounds.
But fighting at your natural weight, you're actually a better fighter. Like when you go up in weight, I think Jamel Charlo was telling Crawford too. Like when you move to 168, you're gonna slow down. You're not gonna be as fast. You're gonna be slow. You're not gonna be moving out the way as much. It's gonna feel different. You're gonna feel like you're getting tired quicker. You know what I'm saying? Because you have extra weight. So you have to deal with that. And it being the first time you actually go up into that type of weight class, that could be a problem. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like this is the first time that you're entering 168. You've been in the 154 one time. You've been in the 47 your whole career, 154 one time, and then you go to 168. Like, it's kind of hard.
While the boxing world is buzzing about Terence Crawford taking on Canelo Alvarez in a high-stakes battle on September 13th, legendary boxer Roy Jones Jr. has stirred up strong opinions by saying weight won't be a deciding factor. Many would argue that jumping up multiple weight classes is too risky, but Jones isn't buying into that narrative. For him, it's all about the skills, and he sees Crawford as a fighter who's hungry, sharp, and ready to meet the moment.
I pay no attention to the pushing and shoving. I pay no attention to the weight factor. What I pay attention to is the skill level that both guys show in and out of the ring. And what I'm seeing is I see a hungry Crawford, a Crawford that has been looking for the opportunity for a long time, finally getting the opportunity, and really ready to grab the opportunity.
According to Jones, Crawford has likely spent his training camp sparring with fighters who naturally fight at 168 or even 175 pounds. This, he believes, prepares Crawford for whatever Canelo throws his way. He doesn't believe the size difference will make much of a difference, especially if Crawford can take a punch. To Jones, it's not weight that wins fights. It's talent, strategy, and hunger.
And with Canelo, I see a guy who not necessarily hungry, but loves to entertain, loves to give us the big fights. Always tries to give the big fights. He finds a way to give us big fights. Not gonna always win them, but he always tries to give them to us. So he'll be a guy that, if he shows up and does the exact right thing, he can win the fight. If he don't do the right thing, which I don't see him doing, I don't know why he would at this point in his career. I don't know. It'll all be predicated upon how well Terence can take his punch.
You said you don't think, or you don't look into the weight difference. Why?
Well, you know how to box. when you're as skillful as Terence Crawford is, weight don't really matter much.
But not everyone shares Roy's optimism. Critics are pointing out some obvious concerns. Crawford hasn't fought since his bout at 154 pounds, where his performance was widely seen as underwhelming. That fight wasn't a statement win, and now he's coming off a 13-month layoff and stepping up not one, but 2 full divisions. That combination, inactivity and weight jump, could be a dangerous cocktail when stepping into the ring with someone like Canelo, who has fought the best at 168 and even challenged champions at 175.
No, did not change.
Nope.
Nothing.
I think it's gonna be a good fight for the first 4 rounds. I think Canelo's size just going, take over. Like I said, I could be wrong. Crawford's phenomenal, but from what I've seen with the kid Maktrinoff and the way he gave him trouble moving up 2 more weight classes, 60 to 68, and Canelo gonna come in about damn near 200 pounds. I just think I just don't think Canelo's never been stopped, and I don't think he's going to be able to keep Canelo off of him.
This bout will not only test Crawford's physical limits, but also answer questions about whether skill alone can overcome significant size and power advantages in elite-level boxing. The event is shaping up to be more than just a fight. It's a moment in history that could redefine what's possible when 2 pound-for-pound greats meet in the ring. With opinions flying from all corners of the combat sports world, fans can only sit back and wait to see who truly proves themselves as the superior fighter when the bell rings on fight night. If you're hyped for this showdown, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for all the latest boxing updates, and drop your prediction in the comments. Canelo or Crawford? Who takes it? Let the debate begin.